selfish just means bad to a lot of people.
It's not always.
So we wanted to make a video talking about selfish.
Being selfish.
Being selfish. If someone says the word selfish,
Mm-hmm.
there's this amalgamation of things like self-centered, self-serving, self-interested, narcissistic, greedy. So selfish is like a bundle of negative connotations. Some of those additional terms that are attached to selfish,
Mm-hmm.
I think, separated on their own, they make up a different version of selfish that's very positive and mutually beneficial for everyone involved.
Yeah. Me? When you are getting down into the bare bones of all of the self-awareness, self-interest, all of those,
Mm-hmm.
I think it definitely has a more negative connotation. But if you look at it from a person's situation rather than, if somebody says, I'm just looking out for my own best interest, and then you could be like, oh, that's a little selfish. But then if you hear, the story behind it, and I think that makes a big difference to determine if it's a good thing or a bad thing.
The context.
Yeah.
The intent, the vibe you get off of that person.
Yeah. So instead of going into all of the sub-genres of being selfish, which is, you're going to look at because they are relevant in every situation. But I think the problem or the issue or the thing that makes that person selfish is what should be looked at and determine if it's in their favor for good reasons or if it's in their favor for bad reasons.
What would be a bad reason?
Say you're in art class and you take the last easel and you run to it and you're obnoxious about it. I think that's a bad thing. I think that's being selfish for bad reasons.
So what comes to mind is Black Friday stampedes.
Oh yeah, that's an even bigger.
Is that selfish?
Yeah,
Or trying to get a good
people
deal.
die on Black Friday because people are selfish.
One person died on Black Friday.
Cutthroat.
One
They
person
will
died.
trample you.
Online
Online shopping,
story.
man.
That's the
what
story.
you should be doing.
That's the story being woven off
But-
of one guy getting trampled.
That's selfish and it's very primal and animalistic Black Friday. But like I said, you know what you're getting into, and I'm not saying it's right, but I'm also saying online shopping exists. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
There's some deals that are in store only.
I don't need a TV that bad.
The basis of one of which
Insert.
is self-centered, and the basis of the second one is self-interested. So, at this point in my life, circa
From
a
here
couple
on out.
years ago, from years ago, I've been acting in my own self-interests, being super honest about what I'm looking for in a partner. Like at the time, I was dating Emily. Right? I remember going over my profile a couple times. Like,
You got it.
when I say a couple, I mean a couple. I'll put something down that'll attract a certain type of person. And then I'm like, okay, I don't like what I'm getting, so I have to change something. So I change what I'm giving off. And then every time I make a tweak or a change, I'll notice how it's getting closer to the type of person that I actually wanted in my life.
Yeah.
And through the filtration system.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. We get along pretty well. We're pretty compatible with a lot of
Just
things.
pretty well.
Pretty well.
Just pretty well.
That's it.
Just pretty well.
Just pretty well. Twice a week we get along pretty well. The rest
Yeah.
of the week just sucks.
It's just chaos.
Anyway, take note.
You're cute.
So that's an example of me acting on self-interest. And what happens is it works out for everyone involved. So if I'm self-aware enough that I'm a certain way or I like certain things, and I give off a front of something else where it's like, okay, I'm going to say this thing because I think it sounds nice, or the movies tell me it's nice, or the romantic rom-coms tell me it's nice. I get that type of person that, likes that type of thing, and that's not true to who I am, then I'm doing everyone a disservice. I'm wasting my time.
Yeah.
I'm wasting that person's time because they think they're getting someone who, totally believes in those values when I don't. I'm just trying to make myself look good on paper.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come up later. It's just like, oh, blah 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 blah, and it's not gonna. The conversation will never be like, oh, you lied on your profile, or you didn't really say what you really wanted in your profile. It's just have this over time disassociation of values and ideas that's gonna lead to something not working out.
Yeah, so I mean, you acted in your own self-interest, and you were honest when we first started dating, and we were in an open relationship for a few months, and then I, started to fall in love, and I told him in my own self-interest that I know that we're in an open relationship, but I like you too much, so I'm just telling you, at some point, it's gonna have to be just me and you.
You said no. You said.
You remember directly what I said.
You said, as soon as we exchange I love yous, it's going to be exclusive. That's what you said.
Yeah, that's true.
I respected a lot that you said that you're like, okay, cool. It's cool for now, but,
That was, I suppose, a selfish thing to do because you were in that situation and you made it very clear, but I selfishly said, hey, this is my limit. This is what it's gotta be. And the other wanted it, you don't. And you wanted it.
What I respected about that is that you set and maintain those boundaries.
Yeah.
And you didn't just play along like it was going to be okay when it wasn't. And then you have like little snippy, snarky comments getting slipped out left and right. And, festering anger and resentment over the course. You know what I mean? And then, like, that's because that happens a lot.
Yeah.
That happens a lot where lack of communication about what it is you truly value. And
yeah,
I've floated the idea of long-term selfish before. And what I mean by that is that me being self-aware, self-interested, I want the people around me to do well. So I'll do the best I can to make sure that everyone around me that I care about, that is close to me, do well. Because if they do well, they could learn things, they could grow. I could learn from them, they can learn from me. And mutually beneficial. Win-win.
Yeah, I like that.
Win-win. Actually, that reminds me of a book I'd gotten from a professor in my last semester of school.
Where is he going?
About win-win. Yeah, this is it. Is it? Your face is focusing on your face. You're making the camera focus on your face.
It just wants to see me.
It gets into putting yourself into win-win positions where you, if anytime you need to negotiate or compromise, it's basically you have something that you want and I have something that I want, and we want to both come out of the negotiations happy, satisfied, feeling good. Like, okay, cool, I got out good.
Yeah.
This is another point I meant to make about selfishness. There's like a win-win form of selfishness, and then there is I'm gonna win. If you lose, I don't really give two craps about it. I believe that being self-aware, acting self-interest, not lying about that, like presenting it up front, I think it goes a long way. Being a genuine self. I think it goes a long way into making a win-win. Other people have to get hurt for you to win.
Yeah, bad people.
Bad people? Well, not necessarily bad, they're just greedy. Okay, they're bad.
Because you put a
bad.
fancy $2 word on it doesn't make it any less bad.
Actually, I don't think I've heard it like that.
I think it's a good spot.
You think it's a good spot right here?
Yes.
I think we covered it.
I think so.
It's not bad to act selfishly. But
in the right context.
It's not bad to act selfishly.
Or to get out of a toxic situation.
No, but that person needs you, and you can't leave.
No.
Because they need you.
Yeah, but you're bringing me down. And I don't want to go down.